All right, welcome everybody to the RRR247 team conference call. It's Tuesday, September 28th. September is almost over. Can you believe it? I can't. This time's flying by. When you're having fun, what does that grandpa said? Time flies when you're having fun. So does your hair grow. It's just unbelievable how fast my hair is growing. I just seen everybody, a lot of these people here a week ago, and already I need another haircut. And you've seen how short it was when I seen you in Orlando. For all you new people, and that was at least 11 brand new people, welcome to the call. We love seeing all the new people. We're going to share some great things with you tonight, so get out your favorite pen, sharpen your pencil, get a notepad. There's a lot of great things to be talked about. My name is Niall Eddy. For those of you I haven't met yet, I live down here in Southwest Florida in a boating community surrounded by waterways and the harbor and the fishing communities and people who love to fish. So that makes it almost heaven for me on this planet. I've been here for I was in North Florida for 20 years now. I've been in South Florida for 3 years. I've been around the industry for 32 years, a little more than 3 decades, guys. 3 decades ago, I walked away from my job, and I was a little nervous at the time, but I was confident and excited. And it took me about 2 years to realize it was the best decision of my life. It totally changed the course of my life. And this industry can do that for anybody. If it can do it for this guy, the landscaper, carpenter, framer, turned aviation mechanic that had no background in sales or marketing or the internet or, technology, everybody that knows me knows I still struggle with the technology. If it can provide a life for me like that, then it can provide a life for anybody like that. Again, I've been here for 32 years. I've known the founders of RRR247 for 28, going on 29 of those 32 years. So almost the entire time I've been in the industry, I've known them. I have, like I said, walked away from my job and never looked back and got excited. It provided me the opportunity, the freedom to spend more time with my kids. When I got started in the business, I just wanted to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, a little mud money account, so I could do more for my kids on the weekends while I was going to school. That turned into a whole lot more. It allowed me, when I finished school and went to work at the airport, I was working there for about 8 months, and it was no longer advantageous for me to go to work. I was having too much fun and making too much money with my side business to take time away from me to go to work and clock in. So I put in my 2-week notice. He was so mad. He told me if I was serious, I could leave that day. So I shook his hand and I thanked him and I walked away, and I haven't looked back since. And it's, again, the best decision of my life. I got to spend all kinds of time with my kids and watch them grow up and be a big part of it. I was at every football practice because my son played football, every volleyball practice because I had a daughter that played volleyball. I went to some of the cheer camp practices. My wife did more of that than I did, because I was more into the football than the cheerleading side. But the point is, we got to do that with our kids every day, all year long, every year, until they grown up and start making babies of their own. And now I get to spoil my grandkids the same ways. Whenever I get a chance, I want to see them, and I get to see them this weekend, as a matter of fact. So I'm blessed. And all of you dads out there, you know what that means, because, before this industry, it was come home, give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to go brush their teeth, get ready for bed. And then you didn't get to see them before you went to bed. Then you had to get up the next morning and go do it again. And you hope you got home in time to see your kids again before they went to sleep, right? And this industry changed that for me. I got to spend as much time with my kids as I desired. And I hope that they desired just as much. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, when they got into the travel league bowling, I raised my hand and became the bowling coach for the high school, because it just allowed me another avenue to spend more time with my kids. And there's so many blessings that I'll cherish forever. So many memories, whether it was football or cheerleading or volleyball or bowling, just tons and tons of memories created over the years, and able to bless my children with more than I probably could have ever even thought of before this industry as an aviation mechanic or a framer or anything else that I did before that. So it's been a blessing. And guys, I told you I've known the co-founders, the Rickards, for 28, 29 years now. And we have marketed a ton of different products and services throughout those years. But I'm here to tell you right now, We've never had it as good as we have it right now. I was actually ready to retire for the second time 3 or 4 years ago. But I always see Rory having fun on Facebook or something. I think MySpace or Facebook, whatever social media is happening at the time. And I can't resist it. And I always call him up and say, what is going on now? And when he shared with me what's happening now, about 4 years ago, I got pretty excited. One, I'm too young to retire. I'd be bored to death. You can't fish. Well, yeah, you can fish enough, but you can't play golf enough. You can only play golf so many times. You get bored with that. So, and I like fishing with the right people. I don't like fishing by myself. So it was time for me to just get retirement out of my head, take a really good look at what Rory wanted to show me again. And when I looked at it, I called him up, and the only words I could think of at that time were, Rory, this is a hit out of the ballpark. I can't believe what you've put together. I can't believe the training system that you've attached to your PBS now. I can't believe these relevant anchor offers that you've attached to the PBS now. We are really going to be able to help a lot of families. And this is all I want to do for the rest of my life. And you have my dedicated promise that I'm here because what you've built and what you put together is beautiful. And then I watch people like Stacy Southward and Kim Moore and Dina Harding and, so many other people just get involved with this and fall in love with it the way I do, and then want to go forth and pay it forward to even more people. Everybody that takes a good look at it falls in love with it. And all you've got to do is make that decision, just like I did, just like Stacy did, just like Dina did, just like Joel Hooper did up there in Canada, that I'm going to be a part of this for the rest of my life. This is what I do. I'm a marketer. I'm a performance blogger, and I'm really proud to be a part of this. Get plugged into the training, follow the steps, do everything that your instructor or your MSI tells you to do. And what one man can do, another man can do. There's no doubt about it. And if this old guy can do it, I assure you, all of you can do it and have a blast doing it, because that's the key part. The incomes are absolutely beautiful and fantastic, but it's not the income that's a driving force for most of us. Stacy and I talk all the time. It's the freedom. It's the lifestyle. It's the helping other people. It's the paying it forward. It's the changing lives of other people and wrapping your arms around it. It's when we hear Rory say things like, we want to go all over the world and attack poverty and change lives and touch 1 million families. I got goosebumps just now from saying that. Every time I hear him say that, I get goosebumps. And I'm so happy and proud to be a part of that. I have known them for almost 30 years, right? Going on 20 years now, 29 years, sorry. When I met him, he was a very young, almost fresh out of high school, rosy-cheeked young man with not a hair on his face. I called up one day to this telecommunication company that he took that software brain of his to and put together a billboard voicemail system where I can advertise all over the country and leave messages for the network of people that I was building all over the country. And I called him up because even back then, before email, before all this, I had trouble with that technology too. And I called him up and I said, I really need some help understanding your system. He took the time. He's a good teacher. He likes teaching. He loves explaining his systems to other people, and he loves helping other people. So he took the time on me, explained it to me, and then he made that crucial mistake. I jokingly say that. He said, now, if you ever need help, again, here's my direct phone number. Call me on this phone number. So I did every other day for about 3 weeks because I needed help with the technology, right? But I was also enjoying getting to know this young guy. And just, he's an incredible person. He's an incredible human being. And I'll get more into that in a second. But over that time, obviously, we built a connection, not just as business associates, but I felt that friendship brewing back then. This is somebody I could really enjoy hanging out with. And then I found out we were going to be at the same event in Miami. So I went down to Miami and I looked for him to have dinner with and have a drink on the beach, watch the sunset in South Beaches, Miami, because that's what you do when you're in South Beaches. You have a drink on the beach and watch the sunset. We talked about our families and we talked about the future. And that's the day that I really got to look into his eyes and shake his hand and honestly feel his energy and realize what a good human being he was. That was the day that I knew, I don't know how, I didn't know what was coming, but I would know this person for the rest of my life and try to stay around him the best I could. And what was coming was a shock. I had no idea. So obviously we built a good relationship over the years. But in 93, 94, something magical happened, right? It's called the internet. And that software brain of Rory Rickards found his niche. He left that communication company. He got online, as all of us entrepreneurs all over the country and all over the world were starting to buy these great big giant 286 computers, right? Putting them on our desk. This guy was so far ahead of the technology than all of us that all of us were coming to him going, Rory, we need help. We want to get on the internet too. We want to advertise and grow our business on the internet too. And that's where he really things just took off for him, and he became kind of like a household name in the in this arena. And he became the first online guru for lead generation. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, could produce leads for all of us entrepreneurs out there like Rory Rickard could produce. The price was better than everybody else, and the quality was better than everybody else because he's a true servant leader, and he wanted to build something to last forever. There's a lot of guys in the lead industry arena. Some of them are not the most ethical people on the planet, and those ones don't stick around. Rory Rickard always did everything right. He built an incredible empire, and he built a following and a customer base from guys like me all over the entire planet, not just this country. He was always flying from country to country to country to country. I'd call him sometimes and say, where are you at? And I'm in a plane 20,000 feet up on my way back from Germany. Where are you at today? Oh, I'm going down a mountainside on my skis. I got a new headset. How do I sound? Just an unbelievable, nonstop, jet-set person, did business 24/7, no matter where he was. And that's why he did as well as he did. But then he started building websites. The websites were amazing, right? They always had good statistics, but I remember how they started out. There was this little one page, it looked like a flyer on the internet. That's what it looked like back then. A flyer that somebody typed up and took a picture of it and put it on the internet. When we could start adding color to that flyer, it kind of amazed me that we had, I got rid of that 286 on dial-up and upgraded to the next. I don't even remember what the second computer was. But just adding color to that thing was kind of neat. And then Rory started putting the page behind the page, right? The second generation stuff. Then he started adding more pages in and more pages in. Then he started teaching everybody to do what he did, which is diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Market more than one thing. Stay on top of relevant stuff that's needed out there in the marketplace. And he started adding more and more pages to this thing. And it just kept evolving and developing and getting better and better and better till it's grown into this thing that you guys are being introduced to now, or you already have a hold of, called the performance blogging system, where we get to represent hundreds of products and services that we can take out to the marketplace, have a positive impact on people's lives, improve the quality of their life, give them the financial freedom, the time freedom, while we are also building our own futures and taking care of our own time freedom and financial freedom. And that's a great thing to be a part of. And that's where we are all sitting at today. Some of us been around for a little while. We're absolutely in love with it. We're going forward. We're here for life. Some of you are brand new and you're starting to figure out what we have now. It's exciting, and there's even more exciting stuff coming. So I want to say 11 plus brand new people that are here tonight for the very first time. If you want to be a part of something that is relevant and growing and been mastered by people in front of you to make it easier for you, and if you like being a part of something that you get to go forth every day and help other people have a positive impact on their life, then you found a home here at RRR247. And every single one of us on this call have been around for a while. We welcome you with open arms. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. And we look forward to celebrating all of your successes with you, because as each one of you succeed, we feel like we get to live it all over again. And we do a little happy dance ourselves every time one of you get to do a happy dance. We are one team, one family, and we're going forth to touch 1 million, probably change that soon to 10 million families, and have a positive impact on this planet. So I love sharing with you how this whole thing came about. It didn't just happen overnight. It wasn't, hey, I got an idea, let's throw it out there and see how it works. No, this is something that developed over time and got better and better and better and better. And it's done by marketing experts that are lead generation experts, advertising experts. And Rory has found the most relevant products and services that we can take to the marketplace. And he's always going to make sure we have the most relevant products and services to take out there, or the most innovative new technology to take out there. Stuff's being created in every single day. And they're probably all coming to Rory saying, hey, I would love to have that marketing army of yours market my product or my service from this new innovative piece of technology that I have. And he's going to take a look at it. Guess what, guys? If it's strong and it's relevant, he's going to add it to the system to help you make more money, to help you touch more people, to help you get whatever your dreams are and your goals are. That's the organization that you became a part of. So it's with my great pleasure now to introduce to you guys the man I was just talking about, one of the co-founders, Mr. Rory Rickard. He might bring out the other co-founder to talk for a minute, but we're going to start with him. The co-founder of RRR247 and PBS, the software brain that I fell in love with 29 years ago, became my best friend, but also, even though he's a lot younger than me, he's still a mentor, he's still a friend, he's still our leader. Mr. Rickard, the microphone is yours. Can't wait to hear what you got to share tonight.
Awesome, and thanks for that, Niall. And we have so many new people. I think it's really good to do that. And you guys, we've come a long way, and it's getting bigger and better. And something that's really happy for me to share with you, and for those that were in Orlando, a lot of my contacts are coming back into a circular form with us here. We're bringing some amazing icons of the industry and very giving people that want to come help out in our quest to make the world a better place. And, you know, we get to do it one person at a time and one instructor to a student at a time, but we are a beacon of hope all the time for a lot of people that are watching what we're doing, and they're coming back and they're coming in. And I get to talk to old students that, you know, were here in the days when we didn't have everything that we have here. You know, this did not happen overnight. This is 13 years in the making. And it's, you know, I think we have dang near perfection where we're at right now, and it's only going to get better. And that's what we've been able to accomplish. Things are right here, and when right is right, it just falls into place. Now, I told everybody in Orlando that was at our RRR247 events, which we had a whole day prior to the Bella Vita event and then a whole day after the Bella Vita event. And I brought on a very special friend of mine for you guys to see. And I'm going to share that recording of that meeting. And some of you guys were able to log on to our Sunday meeting and see Coach Pat in person and watch what he did. And we recorded it, and it's a really good thing. But we're going to be seeing a lot more of Coach Pat. There is, you know, he's part of our RRR247 family. He's going to be a big part of our VIP programs. And so I want to just plant the seed of things that are coming. And it's one of those happenstances for me that I met Coach Pat several years ago. And it was at the beginning when I was building the whole performance blogging system and getting students in. And I was speaking at a seminar in Maryland, okay, and just outside of Washington, D.C. And I, you know, was speaking, and I had been there with another friend, and he invited me to come out there and to share what I was doing. He was really excited, and he had another great friend of his there that was teaching a program in real estate, and that's Coach Pat. And we just hit it off from the very beginning. We resonated the same energy levels and vibrations, and we had a great lunch and a great dinner and got to know each other, and we've been in contact solidly ever since. And he's got an amazing background and things that he's done, and you know, in a circular path. Here we are back in a circular alignment, and he's got some great things that we're going to add to what we do here. Now I'm going to touch base on the VIP program, because we're going to be rolling his his programs are going to be part of what we do there. And it's just because it takes a higher level of training, and it's outside of the normal wheelhouse of what we do in PBS. It's addition to, okay? Now, some of the things that we're going to be bringing on are going to be marketed by all of us in our PBS. But then there's going to be some bigger components that need special training and instruction, and we're going to put that in the VIP set. So what we have in development in the VIP side, and those of you that are VIPs, you get access to everything in the VIP side. So this is just new information you guys will get access to. But here's the sequence. You're going to get your PBS going. You're going to modify all your pages. You're going to get Google AdSense. You're going to add all the other components that we get your PBS up and going. You're going to understand V-marketing. You're going to understand the instructing that we do, so you can be part of everything we do. Then we start adding more things behind that and more things behind that, and that's all in the VIP section. So as a VIP, we get you going on the basics, get you up to speed on everything, and then you get access. Everybody else, we're going to give you a door to access when you're ready. After your PBS is up, you've got Google AdSense, you understand V-marketing, you understand the instructing, and you're part of the whole ecosystem here. We're going to give you access to access that as well. Okay. It's not ready for you to access yet. I'm getting a lot of things in place. And I got to tell you, it's been a lot of things just weren't right. And then Coach Pat came back from his mission experience, and we were talking about that. And then he was telling me what he'd been developing and working on. I was like, that's what we were waiting for. That is that extra category that we needed to get added. There's some things there. And I already know who he is, what he and his wife Doreen are about, and they are absolutely a perfect fit with what we do here. And those of you that got to meet him, you instantly fell in love with the guy because he's just salt of the earth. He is, you can tell he's here to help people in big ways, and he's part of this. And it couldn't have been a more perfect situation than what we had there in Orlando. So those of you that missed out on it, or those of you that were there, I did give our MSIs access to the video in our conference last night, and the instructors, some of you guys have that, but for everybody, it's on our update page. So I'll go ahead and put it in the chat, but it's RRR247.com/update. I have some big announcements, so I want to make sure you guys all have that. Oh, yeah, I guess I can put that out there. And you guys, whenever in doubt, you can go see that. If there's anything that we're missing, key details, I'm putting on the update page. So the students that miss, we have thousands of students that don't log in on Tuesdays. This is a place they can get the update. But we're going to be rolling out new things. So I tell everybody not to miss Tuesday. There's a reason. Okay. So I have a big announcement, and then I have more announcements behind that. And the biggest announcement comes with some issues, and instructors, I really need you to listen to me. We made a change. So I've been working with our CTO, Matt Uhara, and if you guys ever get a chance to thank that guy, he's just worked probably 120 hours a week over the last 6 weeks doing what I'm going to tell you we're going to do. We have a very high security setup for our servers. We control a lot of servers. There are 88 server setups. Each setup is consistent of anywhere from 5 to 30 servers in a setup. Big operation that we run here for all of our blogging pages. It's not small. We control tens of thousands of domains. We have several sites that are up, in addition to all the lead systems and stuff that Tanya and I run in other companies. It's a lot of equipment being run, and it's not in one location. You guys don't need to know this, because everything, as far as you guys are concerned, build your pages, do your postings, we take care of the rest. But since we're here, I'm going to have a high-level conversation with you, the students, and our partners, and what we're building. We have a lot of servers and a lot of locations, and they're spread out everywhere because they need to be. We can't all be in one location marketing the way we do. We've got to spread it out. That's just trial and error and figuring that out there. It would be so, it would be a tremendous thing. Now, over the last couple of years especially, usage per user has done nothing but like double every 6 months. You guys are building more pages. There's more and more traffic coming in. The more we work on that, the more we got to handle server load. These are not issues for you. We take care of it on our side. We've been doing it for a long time. We're really good at it. Also, you guys see when we have updates. Those updates affect every single one of your systems. They're all a separate install. You guys aren't sharing installs. You're your own install for your PBS. That means we have to require on our equipment, and sometimes changes happen where he's got to do them individually. And I don't allow him to bring staff into that. He and I are the only ones at high level that can access the servers to do these changes. We can't afford any type of opening. So it's high security. So it also means that he's got to go through a secure setup, which slows things down because we got to do it in a way that no one else can get in. Okay. So he's gone through and updated stuff, and there's probably a few left, but other than that, everybody's been updated. You are all on secure socket link systems now. You guys will all have a lock on your PBS. This is something that was not necessary, but it's going to be for the future. And we can now do it because of a couple of things that have happened. So those of you who don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. It means that you have a secure PBS. It means that we can market in a lot of places. It's going to be more friendly in social media because it's secure, and a lot of places are just getting funny about it because they should. There's reasons to be. So we were fine before. We never took credit card information. We always connected to someone else that did. We always connected to an HTTPS system, right? Well, the reason why I didn't want you guys having it before had to do with cookies and tracking. I've proven over the years that if we had an HTTPS system, that our vendors that we worked with could scrub us easier, meaning not give us credit for sales. It's a problem. Well, now officially, we are all in-house on our own systems for tracking. Sephoria is tied in. We know exactly what that's doing. Cash Network Direct, that's us, right? That's us. So everything else is Wine Ambassador. Everything else is Bella Vita and the way they tie in. Everything we work with now is in a situation of full trust and integrity. So that's no longer an issue. That not being an issue and where the future is going, we definitely needed to go the direction of SSL. Now, SSL means additional costs, additional overhead. We absorbed that. Tanya and I talked it over. We looked at over the costs and we decided to absorb it because we wanted to invest when everybody's going and get you guys up and going. And we literally went that path. Now going down the road, we might have a hike in our price for new people coming in. We will always believe, I always believe in grandfathering. If people are in, we maintain that. But at this point, everything's status quo. We're going to go with that route. But we updated the servers, guys. We spent a grundle, and that's something that has to happen from time to time. Do you guys ever buy new computers? Absolutely, you need to, right? Servers are the same thing. At some point, you've got to replace things, hands go out. We've got really good contracts, but every now and then you want to upgrade to the latest, greatest. You want to be up to date on things. And so we did some massive overhaul. So if you guys ever get a chance to thank that guy, he went above and beyond. He never complains. And I gave him a deadline based on the time, and he beat it by a solid week. Not a day, a week. He makes me proud. He's an amazing person in what we do here. And I just want to just put that out there to everybody. We have an amazing CTO, and Tanny and I trusted him, and we got to know him a long time ago. He's been here for almost since the beginning. He went through a lot of programming stuff to go there, but I sat down with him and taught him exactly how the PBS functions, and then gave him the keys to set up the accounts within the first couple of years of us doing this, and it enabled me to do more. There's things behind the scenes that I do not trust anybody to know because there's secret sauce, right? There's a secret, the things that I figured out behind the scenes. There's things that we do on the marketing that no one gets. They don't need to. It allows me to be ahead of things. It's things that I was given as a gift of knowledge that I do not need to share with the world. It sets us apart in things. Those are all protected. They're all tied to what we're doing. So every now and then when something goes, bump, or we have to do a ticket to get something fixed, it's usually something that collided with my special programming that we have to realign, and it gets corrected right away. So if you're getting any JSON issues or anything else, it has to do with the security. Now, there are some things that happen, and I need to walk you guys through this. It's cause and effect of making this update and change. So I'm going to show you some examples. And that being said, instructors, anyone new, any of the new students over the past couple of weeks when we've been doing this transition, there was an issue that came up. And from now until next Friday, you can open a ticket to have it fixed. There will be no cost. All right. It'll take Matt about an hour and a half each one to fix. And if you guys know what it costs for a programmer, that's That's a lot of labor, but I want to do it no cost because we created this issue, even though we're paying for the upgrades. I just want to make sure everybody gets on it right away. After next Friday, it's going to cost money. So from now until next Friday, basically Matt got it done a week early, so he has a week to clean this up to my deadline. It's kind of worked out that way. I don't want to treat it that way because that sounds funny, but he's willing to do this, guys, to get this done. Here's the problem. A lot of your links are over there. Do not go to HTTPS. I'm going to show you how to fix it. It's very easy. It'll just take a little bit of time. And going forward, it's really good to know. And going forward, it's going to correct itself. Meaning, as you build new pages and add links to your categories, it'll automatically go to HTTPS. But in the transition period, we lost some of that. So if you have a new student that you're working with that hasn't modified their page a whole lot or at all, let Matt know because he can refresh it to where these changes get done. And it has to do with the navigation. So I need to give you guys an example, and I need to pull somebody up that's been here for a bit. Here, hold on. Niall, I'll pull yours up.
You want me to type it for you?
Nope, I'm pulling it up right now, and I'll share my screen. This is very important stuff, guys, and I wanted to roll it out today, and I have more announcements behind it. Okay, so this is a big update day. You guys, those of you who don't know how big this is, let me put it this way. I'm glad we got it done now. I'm glad we were able to do it during the time when we were multitasking on the servers and getting things up to date. But this is a big thing for the future. You guys, if you guys see Shar Hess, she gets this is a big deal. Shar's probably more excited, and there's been people that have been asking for it. And while we really didn't need it, it's actually better to have. And now we have it. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm in Niall's back office. I'm going to go right here to visit his site. Obviously, he's been here for a while, so he's got his modifications and things. I'm going to go look at your, I see something I need to help you with, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go to, okay. All right, Niall. I'm going to go right here to arts and entertainment. And you have all things arts and entertainment. So what I'm going to show you needs to be done on both. And that being said, this is mainly a menu issue. If you change it here, you can copy it here and paste it here. You don't need to go modify them all individually, but whatever is easiest for you. So I'm going to click on arts and entertainment. And notice up here, see that lock? That means we're secure. It's HTTPS now. You have a full secure website, HTTPS 2p93.com. You can still tell people to go to 2p93.com. It'll automatically direct to this, but it's a secure system now. All right, and we're taking care of the licensings and all that stuff. You guys can look it up. There's serious costs, and in fact, depending on where you go, it's more than what you guys are paying for hosting now. We do it at a very commercial level, and so it's a little different. But guys, this is a big deal. So I'm going to click Edit Page. I'm in Arts and Entertainment. It's a category page. Waiting. Okay, and right here, I already notice there's a space. I'm going to fix that for you now because I'm OCD. I'm going to click on this. See this right here? I'm going to click Edit. See how there's no HTTPS on it? So what's going to happen, it's still going to work. Your navigation is going to work, but it's going to go from here to a non-secure page, and there's going to be a redirect. It might cause an extra issue. All I need to do is click and put an S and save it. That's it. It's not hard. I'm just going to add an S and save and update. And I need to do that on every category page, right? And any cross-marketing page or internal page to the system. So it's one of those things that's to catch up on. It's something that we all need to do as we can. It'll still work. It doesn't change the effectiveness, but ideally you want to have that all done to HTTPS. So if we just spend the time like one night and just go through from, or one category a day and do that. And for those of you that are still modifying, this is one of those things you do as you modify and go along. When you add a new link, and I come here, so I'll come here and it's professional karaoke system. If I'm adding a new link and I just type in professional and I click on it, it's going to instantly put it to HTTPS. So anything new forward is going to be that way. It's just the stuff before we made it HTTPS. Niall, just so you know, you were not secure before we made this change. We added you to this. The last couple of weeks, a lot of you were set up with new HTTPS, but you need to go check your links because some of the links didn't get changed and it went to like Home with Tanya or somewhere else. You need to come in here and modify them so they go to yours. That's why I'm saying if you want to make it quicker, you can just have Matt update them, or you can just go through and change it yourself. So if you come here and it's not going to your page, no problem. Change it to go to your page. I'm just adding an S now. And it's a good thing. It's a good time to spot check your system now altogether, right? It's just a good time. And these are all done. I did this one too, right? Yep. And I'm going to update. That one's done. And then you can, and then just do it. I just recommend doing every link and check them all anyway. Use this as a time to check and make sure your links are going the right place. So Niall, I did arts and entertainment for you. Not all things arts and entertainment, but arts and entertainment. Now I'm going to show you guys some other areas that you really need to check. So food and wine, and this is on newer sites. Make sure you check all the links. Check them all and make sure they're going to your place. You got a weird spacing thing there. Now I got to fix that now. Good enough is good enough. You guys don't have to be perfect. Just, I have my own quirks, and one of them is just making sure everything's perfect. But all these need to be changed. So there's not a lot on cooking, food, and wine. So I'm going to do these ones for you too. And all I'm doing is adding that S.
So it took less than 5 minutes per page, and you were
it is
describing what
you're doing. Check anyway. But if you're brand new or you've been here for a couple of weeks, and you see these links and it goes to Home with Tanya, that's something that happened based on the code not working right because we transferred over to HTTPS. All right, and make sure you just add that S. It looks right. And if you want, you can just add a whole new thing. I can just type home, wait for home trail thing to come up, perfect, and just click on it. Going forward, it's always going to be HTTPS because your systems have been all updated to that, but the old links didn't change, and there's no way to do it other than manually. Not a big deal, but it's very important to show you guys. And I promise you, this is a really big addition. And if you don't know what it means, that's great because it didn't really matter. But going forward, we're going to be really glad we had it. There are some places where you're going to be posting where they won't let ads go to anything that's not secure. Guess what? We're already ahead of that. Just remember I told you that. So when it happens, you're going to be like, Rory knew this and took care of it. Yes, I did. This was on our list to get done. I was looking at it. It was a very expensive edition, and I wanted it. That's my gift to you guys for the year. So let's stop the share.
Fabulous.
So hopefully that all makes sense, instructors. We'll get that through. And he updated a lot of sites. It took a long time. He did it, and he's been working on that for the past. It's probably close to 110 days. So I gave him 120 days to get it done, and he burned the time. You guys, just so you guys know, in December, he is relocating. He's moving from Utah. He got married. He's in a very good situation. I'm very proud of him, but he's moving to his favorite place where he grew up. He's going back to Hawaii. So you guys won't even notice a difference because he's on top of things like he is, but he'll be in Hawaii, and I'm pretty sure he'll come drive the hour and a half from where he lives to visit us in Waikiki in June. How awesome random is that? When I booked Waikiki for us, guys, I had no idea he was moving back there, by the way. Not planned, it just worked out. So many of you are going to be able to meet Matt at our training in June. That's just so you guys know. So when you give him a big hug, he's gonna, he's a big part of how our stuff works, guys. You don't get to see him. He doesn't come on. He's definitely in the background, but those that make it to leadership, you're going to get to meet Matt.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Where else? Okay, so I need my book. Lots of changes. All positive. We're going to be adding more stuff. All going in the direction. You guys, we have an amazing path. We just got to keep on. We've got wine. We got Bella Vita. Our anchors are set. Everything in the kiosk are there. We're pushing our holiday pages out. We're promoting all that stuff that's there. We've got a few offers that we're running on the basic name, like Anna Rework. I think those are coming, right, Stacy? We're still waiting on some lineups. They're going to come when they come. I'm going to tell you, do not worry about it. Just keep promoting. Promote everything that we have. When we get the links, we get the links. Some of those things we're just going to prime the pump out there. A lot of things that we market, everything that was really needed to happen now, and I don't know, is Whoa about done with Stacy?
I have not gotten an update. I think we scared them, you guys, by killing off their inventory 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times.
So we break a lot of things, you guys know, but we'll get the tracking on that. I added that on some stuff, and you guys, we're building up reputation as well. Everybody here should be planning on a long-term game. That's how this works. Everything that I have been able to see the future on, because I can see the trends going there, everything's come to roost. Everything's landed. In addition to some of our big projects that have been taking way longer, sometimes you can just see it. Sometimes I just have a really good connection that, hey, that's the way we got to go. And it's been working out tremendously. Okay. Wine, unbelievable. The Bella Vita path, amazing. Definite home run. And I did a training on the QR code stickers. My stickers will get here before I come back from my mastermind. And I'm excited to hand them out and put those out there. But the more I see the directions of marketing that have coming our way, the better it's going to be. Stacy, what are those?
The little Ziploc sample bags.
The little bags. I did green for the youth, black for the Zleam, and orange for Brain.
So for those of you who miss out what those are, these are yep, brilliant. These are sample packs to hand out. You guys, we have the best products to sample. Okay, wine's awesome to sample, though I just don't really sample it a whole lot unless you come into my house or I do a party. I'm not going to hand out bottles of wine unless it's for a gift or a wedding or whatever else. But Bella Vita, awesome way to come in. And you guys, if you understand the way a marketing house works, Bella Vita is a great door and a great conversation piece. And if they like that, they're going to be open to you for wine too, because you're going to get credibility giving them an incredible product. And that we get to do that, right? And the Brain, the youth, the Zleam, we got the trifecta effect, and more people are going to see it. We're going to be doing it's late at night. It's kind of probably a little late to take any of the products except for Zleam, unless I want to knock out in 30 minutes. And, I covered some things with the instructors yesterday, and I'm going to go into that right now. I got 10 minutes left before the top of the hour. Tanya is really trying to keep me to the hour. Okay. And I really do appreciate your guys' time and the stuff where you're going to focus. So today was a big update on the SSL. Get your pages updated and fixed. It's not something you have to rush and get done. Just get it done as you can. Going forward, when you add new pages, it's going to automatically do that. Anybody within the last 3 weeks that is brand new here, it's a good idea for you to update your links and check your links to your category pages as you rewrite them anyway. But some of those links might be reverting to home with Tanya because the security change going to HTTPS forced a lot of those links to be broken in the setup. And so that's why for the next, from now until next Friday, Matt's willing to fix that He's got a way to do it. It takes about an hour and a half. You get 90 minutes. He'll do it, no cost, no labor, because we're going to do it just to get it done. But you've got to submit it. It's got to be submitted by Friday next week. So if you missed out on this announcement and you find it later, you're going to need to do the work yourself or pay. I can't remember the fee he charges for it. It's not what he gets paid by the hour. It's way less. But let's get it done by Friday. Call this a cleanup move. But you guys, this is a huge step forward for everybody here. Google likes to rank us based on HTTPS. There is some benefits to that. There's going to be more benefits when they roll new things out in the future. So again, wasn't critical. We didn't have it before. I just saw where things were going. It's going to be mandatory at some point in the near future. We're ahead of it. We're ahead of it. Okay. You didn't have to rush. You didn't have to break anything. Didn't have to cause a panic. We're ahead of it. But that being said, get your links changed internally before that day comes so that we don't have any problems in the future. I've warned you. I've told you. Let's get it done. All right. Next. Hopefully everybody here has read my book. If you haven't read my book, get my book. All right. You can get it for free. Use the coupon code FREEDOM. Go to marketingisfreedom.com. Those of you that are, Betty, that makes me happy 3 times. Okay. And I'm going to share another book with you guys. This book was a part of my upbringing as well. It's also a shared truth that has a lot of things in there, and you're going to read it and go, that sounds like Rory, or Rory says it differently, but it's going the same direction. Shared truth. It's also what Coach Pat's training comes from. Coach Pat's been part of this process and there. So those of you that were there, I told you guys there's a book, and I told you we have to wait 2 weeks. I'm going to release it to you today. It's on the update page. It's available everywhere, bookstores. It's been out for a long time. It's T. Harv Eker, and the book is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Okay. Now we've advanced that going forward. I believe in a multi-millionaire mind. I'm going to tell you, when I made my first million and spent it like really quick, it didn't feel like a lot. Okay. It's multi-millionaire mind is anytime you see a millionaire, put multi before it. That's my first gift to you. The next is, you guys probably get this by now, I'm big into manifestation. I'm really big into mindset. Well, I'm going to show you a lot of the tools that develop that in me to help you guys get there. You guys ever hear me talk about taste? Well, taste is really your understanding of mindset. And I've been really putting out there to the world and to the universe. I'll say the universe and God. I want to know how to help you guys get past taste. It's the number one thing that stops you from succeeding. Some mental blocks, something that stops you from making more than what you're making. And it stops you from helping a lot of people. That's the biggest part of it, is if you don't push to your potential, you're not able to help people. The ripple effect of you not succeeding means you're not helping people that you could help if you were. So to make you a better person allows you to help more people. And so I'm going to really be into this with you guys. And I don't want to do it just at leadership. At leadership, we can get into a very direct, intense mode on this. We can really emotionally break through things and find out what's stopping you. That we can do one-on-one. But preparing you and giving the information to get there, that's what these books are really good for. So I'm not going to recommend that you read this book. I'm going to demand it. If you're not making the money you want to make, you need to figure out what the problem is, and here's a tool to help fix it. Not only that, but we're going to have Coach Pat on. We're going to have Coach Pat involved in some of our things, but you can hear it from me, you're going to hear it from him in a different way to break through. If you change your mindset, you change your world. We have all the tools here to succeed in big ways, but your mindset's going to stop you if you don't fix it. And I'm going to say fix it because it's broken. If you're not succeeding and getting everything that God wants you to get, it's broken. And you need to overcome that. And if I know how to overcome it and I'm not sharing that with you, then I'm not being a very good person. So I need to fix that too and get you guys more open to it. So as I was manifesting on how to help you guys get over this taste, it's something I've been working on for a long time. These things came up. Coach Pat came back in the circular world. And as I was telling him what I needed help with, he's like, Rory, you know our beliefs. Like, why don't you? And I'm like, you're right. And it just so happened that he was in California. He was outside of Tampa, and he was willing to drive a couple hours to Orlando to help you guys. Paul Mendenhall, Did you learn from Coach Pat? You can just nod. June, you guys, I watched you guys light up. I watched the energy in that room and felt the energy in that room go to an epic level. There is truth to what we do. Yes, Stacy, the infinity circle, right? You guys, there is power to this, and it's on that video. A lot of you wanted to write down what he said. It's in the video. Write it down, make it yours, and do it. That's why we did that. Oh, look at Chrissy. She's got it right now. I'll now make a freaking blogging page about it, Chrissy. And then share it with me. You guys, I have more in life because I was mentored properly and I took the information in and I went with it. It's shared truth. Truth is truth. It doesn't change. Lack of knowledge is ignorance that it's not okay. Gain the knowledge. I'm willing to share it with you where we got it from and everything else, but it's going to be a great companion. Harv Eker explains it in some different ways, and it might come to roost better than what I did. That's okay. After you read his book and you go back and read mine, you're gonna see things in a different way as well. I read his book again, and it's been years since I read it. We have it. I couldn't find my hard copy with all my highlights in it. It's actually driving me nuts. I don't know where I put that. Usually it's in my closet here. I must have loaned it out or something. So I got it on my Kindle again, or I just downloaded it. We had it there, and I was reading it. And reading it today from reading it before means a whole lot more to me now. And I was really happy on the direction that I've gone in things and where it comes from. So if it sounds a lot like what we do here, there's a reason. Share truth. And you guys get the blessing of all that stuff here going forward. But I want to give you guys the root information, because you reading it's going to mean something different than me reading it, right? We take things in differently. So on the update page, there's a link to go get that book on Amazon. You can get it. It's Audible. It's just like mine. It's everywhere, right? And it's a good investment into you. That 10, 12 bucks, whatever, is a solid investment into you becoming a better you. You're not going to get one thing out of that book to help you. You're going to get probably 30 things out of that book to make it better. If you're not making the income you want to make, it's not because of our system. Our system's here. It works. There's things in you've got to help make better, and you may not know what they are until it's identified by somebody like him, and then you're going to be going, oh, that makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that, and it's going to change your life. Well, guess what? I want that change in your life, because it's going to make it a better ripple effect for everybody you touch and everything that you do, the way you write, the way you look at things, the way you complain, and maybe hopefully stop complaining. You want a happier life? There's ways to do it, and it's being shared by a lot of people that do that. And I'm just going to share with you that it's got me to where I'm at. It's awesome. And it's really good for spouses to go through this. Do you guys know what the number one reason for relationships to break up? Number one reason? Yes, Betty, I read your lips. Money. Money. Isn't that ridiculous? Money is like water. It's a tool. You need it, but it's available everywhere. And if your lack of knowledge and lack of resources to get it is in the way, and that's destroying your relationships, that's sad. It's literally saying, well, because of water, we didn't have enough water, so our relationship broke up. It's the same thing. There is so much access to wealth. And if you don't believe that, you definitely need to read that book and say, why are you saying that? He puts a really, really solid, true perspective on money, and I guarantee it's going to open things up. So at the top of the hour here, I'm going to tell everybody here, I expect you to read that book. Get the ebook, get it, get it on your Kindle, get it where you can have it, get the audio and listen to it. If those of you that have the ability and you do listen to books, his is a good one to listen over and over and over again. I had the tape series. You guys remember tapes, the cassette tapes you put in your car? You guys don't remember those? Well, we used to have these little tape things, right? And I had the whole series and would just listen to them over and over again as I drove. At the time, my commute was about 45 minutes from home to there, and I would listen to a tape, one side on each way. They used to only go 45 minutes on a side. You guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, thank you, Paul. I know Niall knows. He's older than me. He remembers all sorts of stuff, right? Dementia, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, now you have it in this audio form you can listen to on the plane or as you're traveling. you want to give yourself good info, garbage in, garbage out. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, if there's areas of your life you got to work on, and if it's taste, you better find a way to get a good relationship with money. And if you don't have a good relationship with money, something's broken from childhood or the way your parents were or something else, you need to fix that. You don't believe me? Wait till you read the book and start writing things down and start realizing, oh, I just didn't think I was worth it because of this, or I saw that as a painful thing, or money and pain go together with me. Well, you shouldn't have that relationship. Money is not pain. It doesn't have feelings. I want you guys to understand these things so we can get you past the hurdles so you can help more people. I want you to be a better person. And if your relationship with money isn't good, you're not going to be as good as you can be. Money makes things better. It allows you to do more things and help more people. If you're stopping yourself from getting money, you need to fix what that is, and then the universe is going to open up. You know that when you complain, you're asking for problems, so you're going to just get those. Stop complaining. Sounds easy, right? Well, read that book and realize how much that's effective. If somebody's complaining a lot, and I'm saying this, instructors, we got to get people out of that. It's you guys, you know, it's a lot easier to go down a negative path than a positive path. For some reason, we like to hear bad news versus good news. It's a conditioning, and it comes from our families. It comes from our environments. Anything I can do to make, put book in chat. I did. If you go, Kim, go to the update page. It's all there. I'm putting this for everybody here and everybody listening. Go to RRR247.com/update. The book's there. Video on Pat's there. And if you haven't watched that video on Pat, watch it. I'm going to leave it on the update page for a while. If you want to be uplifted on the morning, watch that video. That's what, guys, watch that video. When you guys understand how this goes, you just become a happier person. And that's good for everybody. It's good for your family. Your kids are going to be wondering what happened to you. Why is mom always happy all the time? It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
If you weren't in Orlando, or seen the video already, I would say watch it now before you go to bed, then watch it again in the morning.
I like that. You guys, we have amazing things happening and a lot of people coming into what we're doing here. And it's here to become better. And not every Tuesday are we going to be able to focus on new offers, because sometimes I got to put a halt on it so we can catch up. That's the other message I need to put out there. We have enough to focus on. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't be waiting for something else to come. We have a lot on the truck. Run it out. So what's on the truck today, right? Push, push, push. All right. Huge update coming for everybody that has hubs from that big project. The tipping circle stuff. Guys, promote chat, promote all that stuff. I told you some things were coming. They're just taking a long time. We made some decisions. Things are going forward in some ways. I'm going to update everybody that's on that chat. If you don't have a hub, no problem. Keep pushing people on chat. Keep marketing that out there. It's going in some great places. My eyes switching. I don't have time to walk you guys through it now. I'm going to just spend on the time with the people that have hubs. We're going to clean all that up. And as we go forward, we'll talk about more openings in that direction. We can actually start moving ahead again. That's my update. I was waiting on.
Everybody go like this.
I actually like that better. That side. You guys, we're just blessed. And so I'll be putting that stuff out there. So know that information is going out in the chat. We will be converting everything over into Prime One Chat. The video conferencing platform that we're going to be moving to, it looks like we're on schedule for November. You guys, we're getting the free. There's some big benefits to what we've done with this. One of which is Tony Robbins and us are going to be the only two entities that have a big, huge license for that. We didn't put money in where he did on that. We put money in other areas and grow. It's a blessing. We're going to get that. So like Zoom, we only have 1,000 limitation, and we've maxed out before. We're going to be having a way bigger capacity, crisper, cleaner, and more tools. And what we're waiting for the technology to come in on the chat program is the ability for us to do desktop sharing. It'll be desktop only, but sharing. And then we're going to be completely on our own platform, going in a direction that creates crypto and use of crypto to help the world become a better place in a monetary economic state. We have an amazing ecosystem in everything that we do here. You're going to see a theme to that. And it doesn't mean it happens tomorrow. It doesn't mean it happens tomorrow, next week even, but it's coming and we're always part of that. What you guys need to focus on is work everything, work the system. We focus on our anchors to bring traffic in to help feed the kiosk offers. It's an economic platform. It's all circular. If you don't understand that, get back on episode 8. So RRR247.com/episode-8 and go through number 4, right? Go through number 4 and get that understanding. We're going to be updating things. We're going to be adding things. The future is freaking amazing. Yeah, you guys, we have it really good. I'm gonna get a message here soon because I've gone over by 6 minutes. Read that book, okay? Read that book, and I mean soon. If you guys can get it this week and read it, we're going to start emphasizing on it and talking about it. And if you don't read that book, you're going to be lost in some of the translation of things that we go forward with. Okay, I'm going to put that book in some of our training steps here in the next little bit to go through, because I want every one of our students to get involved in that. Garbage in, garbage out. When you go to bed at night, don't watch a horror film. Don't watch some stupid thing to get your brain all in a bad funk, because that's what you're going to put yourself in while you sleep. Your subconscious is amazingly powerful. What you say is powerful. What you read, what you write, it's all powerful. And it all controls where you want to go and what you want to get. If you read my book, Becker's book, there's others we'll be bringing out to you. If you're reading good stuff and feeding your mind before you go to bed, your subconscious is going to work on that, and it's going to help seep into you to make you better, to make you understand, to make you see it differently. These are all books you should read multiple times, and as you progress along the path and the journey we're on together, every 6 months read it again, and it's going to mean more to you, and you're going to understand things that you didn't get before. That's how it works. It's ascension. Grows on you, right? You don't just read it once and get everything out of a book. If you guys ever watched a movie the second and third time and went, I didn't even understand that till now. That's how we learn, right? It's layered education. It takes some time to pick it up. Did you guys ever watch The Sixth Sense? Or is that before? I watched that the second time and went, I missed that. I missed that. I missed that. I watched it the third time. I missed that. I missed that. That's the same thing here. And then you watch a movie that you thought was great before, and then you're like, oh, it's not as good anymore. That happens too. But these books they transcend in time, and they'll be dated. There's some things that are dated, but the principles are the same. The principles are the same. And if you didn't have that in your environment, I'm inviting it into it. That's something we talked about a lot of different principles, and we were able to work on everybody there at the event. And I guarantee everybody that went to Orlando got priceless nuggets of information to make you a better person. I promise. We were sharing it heavy. And that's what these live events are for. And we're going to talk about those more and more. And those of you that couldn't make it, make the next one. We're going to be announcing some things. So right now I tell everybody, the next event that we know is going to happen is in June, the 13th to the 20th. It's Leadership Retreat. You guys all can earn your way there. Do your unboxings, do social gatherings once a week, or do a tasting party or whatever else you can do. Right? Get those points and bring on customers. Do their marketing. If those of you that are doing instructing have the access to bring people in on a faster pace, right? Do your blogging, do your ad postings. All these things build up. If you want it, come get it. We give you all the resources. I don't know if you guys understand that Tanya and I fund all your marketing on a long return. We already know this works, and we already believe if you do this, it'll work. We put our money where our mouth is for everyone. You just got to take advantage of it and go. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Get going. And you can start anytime. Start tomorrow. We have structured systems to help things work out. We got ways for it to work. If you want it, it's here. That being said, have a great night. Love you guys. And I actually think I can get past this taste with a lot of you, bringing in some outside resources that help me. So get that book. You'll be really glad you did. Get the audio, get whatever you can on it. It's going to be a great learning edition. If you haven't read my book, read that, then read my book. Or read my book, read that, read my book after. You will get a lot more out of what I do after you read that, because it's going to start making more sense. Now, you know, one of my biggest problems teaching you guys what I know is I've done it since a young age and got to where I am, that I forgot sometimes how I got there. I read so many books and I was on so many seminars and events and masterminds. I mean, it's been decades. I've been doing this far longer than I was not doing this. And going back and learning where this thing is. But, you know, I put that out there. I pray about this so heavily and meditate on it. And these answers are coming. So I'm convicted in telling you, books going to help a lot. Pat's going to help you guys a lot. Coach Pat is amazing. I know he was chiming in. He's over at ASU with the wrestling guys still. He'll be back in Florida at some point. Him and Niall will be getting together a lot. We're going to be rolling these things out. And guys, man, so what's on the truck today, no more things are coming. And the more you're getting in motion, the more you build your PBS and build a volume of traffic, the better it is when we add new stuff anyway. Do not hesitate. Don't wait for anything. Get going. Get going. All right. God bless. I'm out of here.